Some people walk into a messy room and instantly feel stressed. Others barely notice it. But here's the strange part. Both reactions may come from the exact same psychological need, the need to feel emotionally safe. Because loving organization isn't always about being clean or disciplined. Sometimes it's the brain trying to create control in a world that feels mentally unpredictable. Think about it. After a long, exhausting day, why does cleaning your desk suddenly feel calming? Why does reorganizing a shelf feel weirdly satisfying? Because when the mind feels overloaded internally, it often starts searching for order externally. And psychology suggests that's not imaginary. Studies have shown cluttered environments can increase cortisol, the stress hormone, while organized spaces often help people feel calmer, clearer, and more focused. Even small actions like making your bed or clearing a table can create a subtle sense of progress inside the brain. That reset feeling after cleaning, your nervous system is responding to the environment around you. But this goes deeper than stress. Your brain is constantly scanning your surroundings for signals, and clutter can quietly register as unfinished business. Piles of clothes, random papers, objects you keep meaning to deal with. To some people, those things aren't just objects, they become low-level mental noise running quietly in the background all day. Which is why emotionally overwhelmed or highly sensitive people often crave organized spaces. Not because they want perfection, but because calm environments can feel psychologically safer. And strangely, many people only feel the urge to clean when their emotions become overwhelming. Almost like the brain waits until internal chaos becomes physically visible. Because sometimes controlling the environment feels easier than controlling life itself. And that's where organizing can become more than a habit. It becomes emotional regulation. For some people, organizing is also deeply tied to identity. The way a room looks, the placement of books, lighting, plants, colors, none of it feels random. Because the environment slowly becomes a reflection of the person living inside it. Almost like building a physical version of the inner world they're trying to protect or become. And this is also why cleaning can feel strangely meditative. The repetitive motions, sorting, folding, wiping surfaces, they pull attention away from mental noise and back into the present moment. No formal meditation, no deep breathing, just movement, focus, and temporary psychological relief. But maybe the most emotional part of organizing is this. Decluttering often means letting go. Old clothes, unused gifts, broken gadgets, objects tied to older versions of yourself. And that's why cleaning can sometimes feel unexpectedly emotional, because you're not just removing objects, you're confronting memories, attachments, identities that no longer fit who you're becoming. In a strange way, your environment becomes a mirror of your mental state. A chaotic space can make life feel heavier. A clear space can make you feel mentally capable again. Not because your problems magically disappear, but because your brain finally has room to breathe. Of course, organization has a darker side too. For some people, the need for order can become excessive, a way to cope with anxiety, a way to feel in control when emotions feel uncertain. Because sometimes perfection in the environment becomes compensation for chaos inside. And psychology has noticed something important. The spaces we live in quietly shape the emotions we live with. Maybe that's why organizing feels so powerful, because deep down it's never just about stuff. It's about deciding what deserves your energy, what still belongs in your life, and what no longer does. Every drawer, every shelf, every corner you clean becomes a small psychological reset. And maybe that's why cleaning feels emotional sometimes, because we're not just organizing our surroundings, we're trying to organize ourselves. So when organizing suddenly makes you feel calmer, lighter, more clear-headed, your brain may not simply be cleaning, it may be trying to restore balance.